Hello there, and welcome to another Super Mario Maker 2 video. Today trying something probably that's a little bit sacrilegious, and I'm going to try a level that I've actually already played and beaten. I know it's probably not exactly what most people do, but the reason for it is if you kind of look over here, the clear rate is only 0.08%, so the chances that I would actually win again are probably pretty slim. We could pretend I'm trying to go for a speed run, but I think I remember my time was somewhere around 49 point something or another, which is higher than this person. I don't know if I'll actually ever be able to beat this person's time here, but I want to showcase the level because it was hard but fun, I guess, fun to get through. Had some good ideas going on in there and extremely tight jumps, so let's see what kind of comments people had on this one. So there's my comment after I beat it. Yeah, oof. People are very sad, shaking, scared, not having a good time. So yeah, let's without further ado, yeah, let's just play the level. So in order to do that right, you actually have to jump over that correctly, but I know I'm going to need a little bit of practice here again, so I don't mind totally if I mess things up. So here you need to do a partial jump. That was also done poorly. I don't even know if I'll be able to survive here, get through this part. Alright, made it through the first half. Pretty sure I've lost enough time that there's no chance that I could actually win even if I get there, but there we go. So that's another tough jump. To be able to do that correctly, it takes a bit of maneuvering. I'm gonna see if I can get this again. There we go. That's important to save time there. Again, my clear time, I think I only had half a second left to spare. So it is a really tight timer. Well, that wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot worse. Like that. It could have been that much worse. Alright, well, whatever. Good. Finally getting the swing of that again. That was too bad. That last run seemed like it was going reasonably well. Probably already lost too much time there. But again, it's going to take a little bit of practicing to get back in the swing of things here. Oh my gosh, I don't know how many times I died to that before. Because at that claw, or rather that gear, you want to make sure that you jump as early as possible so you can make the right jump here at this spot. So when you jump there, you can do a full-ish jump, as I said in stream, and everybody was keen to make follow-on jokes on the use of ish, but a full-ish, not totally full, not somewhat full, full-ish, to be able to fit into that little gap there. Takes a little bit of practice to get used to. Oh my gosh! Takes a little bit of practice to get used to that. The pokey section is interesting because what you need to do, you can't really run full tilt and jump. You kind of need to move back a little bit each time, and eventually you might be at the right speed where you can continue with the rest of them. But the thwomps are catching up to you with every little bit that you go backwards, so it ends up being kind of interesting. There we go, not too bad. So here it's not full jumps. Get through here, Good. Made it halfway through again. But that, I would say, is almost the easy part of the level. Got through there. That's always tough. Nice. Now I have to remember... Oh yeah, we have to jump over a bunch of pokies again. To jump here. You have to move a little bit back there, otherwise you die. You need to jump at the last second there. Oh no, I was actually doing pretty good. I thought there might have been a chance I got that time. Oh well. So with those red coins at that part, you need to jump as late as possible so you actually get the second red coin that's on the ground there within one motion, so you can jump right away again. If you don't do it that way, you're dead. So one thing I didn't really talk about is there's a clear condition to this level where there's 8 coins that you need to get. So 5 of them are actually the red coins. Good. Are actually the red coins, which you need to get through a door, and then there's 3 extra coins. You can see one there actually. There's also one more underneath the end there. Alright. Oh no! I got confused while I was talking. I thought it was a little farther ahead than I was. So there's a pipe that leads to that section, and right below that pipe I believe there's another coin. So there's 5 coins, the 1 coin by the pipe, and the one that you see there. And then there's a hidden block that also has 1 extra coin. So that in total is the 8 coins that you need. Oh gosh. I don't know if I've ever actually died there. Good. Alright, I forget. Yeah, 25. You need to be there in 25 if you want to stand a chance. Oh no, why did I do that again? I forgot I have to jump twice before jumping into that hole. Sad losing to that spot there, because really jumping in that spot there is probably maybe not quite the hardest part of the level. I think the hardest part is actually the end. There's a lot of very precise movements you need to do at the end to be able to actually finish in time. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where the majority of the time that I lost to the person who has a world record was to do that. Although this jump here is where you can lose time as well. Good. No! Although in truth, actually, there's a lot of optimization in that pokey section. I don't think I do that very optimized at all. I optimize for living there usually. Whenever I try a little bit too hard, then I die, so... Oops, that was really slow. Whatever. Should still have enough time to win. What's the time going through? 25 still. Alright. So remember, we have to do a second jump, and then we do that one. And then we die again. Never quite gotten to the swing of exactly when you need to jump there. Always feels like a gift when I get through that spot. When I was playing this before, you would have a pretty good chance of making it to the end if you made it through that second piece. Or that block that's up by 1. Oh, yeah. I accidentally hit the wall at the top there, and that kind of messed things up. Oh boy. I ask myself, why am I punishing myself? Why do I want to try and beat this level again? I remember when I beat this level the first time, I was like, alright, that's good, I did it, that's it, never have to worry about playing this again. Until something compelled me to see if I could do a video on it. Also because the clear rate is so low, maybe if other people are able to see how it's done successfully with a little bit of hints, we might be able to get the clear rate up a little bit. I think for me I actually played the majority of the time on the Switch, just literally with the Switch, not docked into a TV or anything. Good, still 25. Alright, moment of truth. Can we get through that little gap? Please. Yes. Okay. You also need to make sure... That's okay. You can get hit there, because you need to have enough invincibility frames to get through those two pokies. Remember, back a little bit here, just enough to not die. A late jump there, as early as possible there, and here we go. Now we're getting pretty close to the end. Don't know if we'll actually have enough time to win here, but have to hit right away, otherwise you die. Here's the hard part. You have to small jump. You have to do a small jump, then you have to jump right beneath the coin. There's a hidden block, and then that collectively gets you your 8 coins. Then you just need to win. But you need to jump really early at that one thwomp. You need to jump really early at the thwomp because, or at the first thwomp there that goes to the right, because if you don't, you're just going to get hit by another thwomp that comes down. You need to hit the hidden block before the thwomp gets there, because otherwise if you try and hit the hidden block, you'll actually just hit the thwomp and die. So it's a very precise jump to dodge that right moving thwomp there. Oh wow, let's see what happens here. Wow, we're alive, and it's still 25. Alive and 25, that's good enough for me. That felt good, nice. I'm really glad that he didn't make it that if you get hit there. You can get through without getting hit there, but getting hit at that part is okay. Wow, that was a little slow. Immediate jump, and full jump there too if you want to get that coin, which you do, otherwise you lose. Alright, we're getting to the end again. Alright, a little bit bigger jump here. Oh, you can see we hit the block. That way. We hit the block, but ever too slow for that thwomp. So let's just try again. Oh, come on, made it all the way to the end and then I die at like the second jump. I feel like if I've ever had another level where I need to worry about the physics of Mario 3, this level has just taught me so much. Oh, I was really slow there. Gonna have to pay attention to see if we still have 25. We still have 25. It seemed like I kind of caught up there actually for some reason, which was not so bad. Alright, careful now. Good. Wasn't quite sure how that felt. No problem. Jump early there, so that you can get past all those pokies. A little left, otherwise you die to the spikes. Here you go. Oh, that was late, but fortunately not too late. Alright, you have to make sure not to go right too early, otherwise you will get thwomped by the thwomp. And there we have it! And there's the victory! Isn't that beautiful? Now the person who won would have had only 1 second left on the clock, so there isn't much hope that we would have actually beaten that. Yeah, 49.416. To be honest, I'm just impressed that we managed to beat the level again within, I don't even know how long this was, like within 15 or so minutes of playing it again. So that wasn't so bad. Mind you, I don't know how long it took me to get here before. It might have taken me about, I don't know, an hour or so to beat it the first time, which was a rather long time. It might have even been longer than that, I don't quite remember. Yeah, the world record certainly seems a bit out of reach. That's like a full second faster than what I did. So, I might, let's see, do we want to try to take it? Let's see if we can win it just one more time. We'll just try a few more times, see if we can win it. See if we can get maybe sub 49. Not entirely hopeful, because again, that record was pretty close to what I had the other time. Into the door. Yeah, we got 4 seconds. I forget if that's usually 4 seconds. I don't think it is. Alright, we'll jump over this. Oh! See, that part is very tight to be able to do properly. There's so much that can kill you in that last section there. which is incredible given how much you have to get through just to get to that section. You can imagine how many times I died at that end learning how to solve that problem. I do turn back a little bit there, not sure if it's necessary, but to grab the claw and be able to swing and not hit the wall, I do turn back a little bit, so that may help in terms of getting a better run here. Oh no, you can feel when that's going to be off. Go. Alright. Please make it through this little hole here. Good. You could probably do a duck jump there, but it's not really necessary because you can get through those two with no problem. And across here, not too bad. Full jump, full speed, full jump again, little jump. Ah, this time we're only 3 seconds. We were a little better the other time we made it here. Let's see, can we do the mechanics here correctly? There we go. Again, we didn't make the world record, but just wanted to try one more time, see if we could make it to the end. Just, you know, bump up that clear rate a little bit, right? There we go. Hey, I did a little bit better than my last time. Last time I got something, I think 49.5-ish, and I think, remember, that's what I had last time as well, so I beat it by 0.1-ish seconds. Not too bad. Not too bad. But anyway, so just wanted to reminisce a little bit about that level, kind of going through it piece by piece. So you start off with the first hole that you have to jump through with the thwomps. Actually, no. From the very beginning, you have to get past those 2 bumps. So you definitely want to jump from one bump to the next, otherwise you're not going to have enough time to beat the level, I think, right then and there. So you have to jump from across those 2 bumps. Then there's the thwomp section, the first one. You just need to jump through the hole. Nothing too crazy there. The second one is a little trickier, because you need to get through the hole, you need to slow down enough, and then jump over the thwomp, and then be able to keep running. The saw blade section after that is reasonably straightforward and dodging around the thwomps until you get to that next hole you need to jump into. So for that, you want to jump from between the 2 gears and not at the one that's at the base, or not at the one that's at the base where that little hole is. So you jump there, you get through that hole, then next, so when you get to the claw there, you'll want to slow down a little bit, just so that when you jump on the claw, and then so from the claw you jump, and then you jump to where the pokies are. Once you're now at the pokey section, this part might be a little bit debatable on how you need to do it, but you kind of have to run and slow down to make sure. If you just keep running and jumping full speed, you're going to run into a pokey, so you need to moderate your speed and kind of choose when to keep doing full jumps. It takes a little bit of getting used to. So after that, you have to jump through another one of those holes. The height of that hole is actually pretty easy to get through, so there isn't really a whole lot to do there. And then you just have to run right and go through the pipe. Once you're through the pipe, then you need to jump twice. So the thing I kept forgetting is, so you need to jump once, then jump again. Once you're at that next one, it'll probably be worth trying to figure out which jump or which block to jump at to do a full jump. I didn't quite do that. I just kind of winged it each time, which is probably why I was having such a hard time at that stage. Then you want to jump through and land right between those two with the jump. You can feel it right before whether or not that's going to turn out poorly, but yeah, it works out. So after that, so then I think a bunch of thwomps fall. If you get hit by the thwomps a little bit too early, before the stack of columns that are there, you're not going to have enough invincibility frames to get past the two super tall pokies that come later. But as you can see in everything that I showed today, I actually got hit right at that wall there. You can actually make it past that wall, but yeah, so it doesn't really matter because you're going to lose your mushroom anyway. So then, once you're losing your invincibility frames, once you've made it past the 2 pokies, then you need to be able to make a couple jumps. So you need to jump over the 3 pokies. From there, for the most part, from what I remember, you can do that at roughly full speed. Maybe it was full speed even. And then those ones are all equally spaced, so they're actually much easier to jump over than the ones in the earlier section. Then there's the conveyor, so that's easy enough. Just jump over the conveyor. The next is the claw. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I have this right, but I found when I tried to do that at full speed, what would happen is I would try and run or jump, and then I would run right into the wall of spikes. So you don't necessarily want to do that. You want to slow down a little bit before getting caught by the claw. So the next thing is, right, the coins. So once you get to the coin section, you need to do a full jump to get the first coin, and you have to land and get the next coin, and then I believe it was to jump immediately. If you try and do that with more than one motion, I think it's impossible to dodge the fire bar, if I recall correctly. The second jump is similar, but it's easier to execute because it happens, I think, within the same motion of the jump up from the previous one. And then the little jump at the end is pretty easy too. So then with the door, you don't want to wait till you hit the wall and then go through the door. You want to hold up as soon as you get close to the door. So you'll probably notice in my video, I enter the door starting a little bit from the left side. If you want to shave off a little bit of time, you'll want to do that as well. So next off is the sort of falling into the pipe motion. So when you fall, you're going to need to just go straight. Don't do anything but go straight until you get to the pipe, then hold right to go on the pipe. Again, there's 2 thwomps coming beside you. If you go into the pipe a little bit too late, or you're trying to go too early, you'll end up on top of the pipe and then get smunched by the thwomp. Then comes the last part. The last part was definitely a bit of a doozy. So you have a whole ton of thwomps sitting on top, all at different elevations, and you have one thwomp off to the side that will just come and ram into you as you come in the pipe. So you need to jump over that one thwomp, and it needs to be about as small a jump as possible without hitting the thwomp, because otherwise you're just going to get crushed by the thwomps above. You also need as much time as possible after you've landed to jump again to hit the invisible block underneath the coin. That invisible block contains one of the extra coins you need, or the second last coin you need. If you do that fast enough, the thwomp above is actually going to hit the invisible block and not kill you. Once that's done, then it's just a simple matter of assuming you've done everything else in the level correct enough and fast enough, you'll have enough time to jump from there to the end and claim victory. So, unfortunately, I can't tell you exactly how to get from the time that I have here versus the world record time. But you can see there's a lot of different areas to optimize with the pokies, with getting around the thwomps in the very beginning, and just generally, I think a lot of stuff in the first section has a lot of room for optimization. Admittedly, the second section, there's not a whole lot. It seems like that once you get that down pat, there isn't really a whole lot different that you can do to increase your time. And then at the end, just minimizing your jump, and then going there. So it's probably a combination of a few of those things that helped Bixini, or whatever the name of the world record holder is, get the world record. So but anyway, so that'll end this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing this well-crafted speedrun get completed. Hopefully it inspires you to try it as well. But if not, anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.